Oh. Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. In our community, there are two active sisters whose mother was not well, and these sisters that missed the silence retreat to travel to Bharat, and they were able to arrive before their mother passed away. So let us pray for these sisters and everyone's swasti. Swasti means su asti, or well-being. That is not just physical, that is not just mental. It is comprehensive well-being. Let us pray for them. Let us pray for all. Sahana vavatu. May we all be safe. An avatara is an adapter. Adaptation is an expression of compassion. The word compassion is made up of two parts. Kam means with, and padi means patient, like a patient in a hospital. So compassion means to feel what a patient is going through. It's a profound word. And to feel what a patient is going through, one has to be patient also. Why avatara? The highest perspective is there are no avatars. There was not, and there will not be any avatars. Why? Reflect on infinity factually. I feel we all reflect on infinity. Teachers, students, this religion, other religions, all reflect on infinity poetically, not factually. The implication of infinity is there cannot be change. If an entity is changing, it is not infinite. If an entity is not changing, then what is it doing? Being. Infinity is being factually. This includes you. If you feel excluded from infinity, if you feel another is excluded from infinity, it is because you're reflecting on infinity poetically, not factually. Or I can share this in a more harsh way. You're reflecting on this intellectually, which really means superficially. Forget about the wave. Remember the water. There are no waves. There is no ocean. There is only water. Why avatara? The next highest perspective is to play. The word lila is used often. The infinite, expressing compassion, takes on a most lovely form and name, like Sri Krishna. Why? To help us evolve our identity. To shift my focus from my form to Sri Krishna's form, from my name to Sri Krishna's name. This is like a transition where the wave starts to feel, I am part of the ocean. And then that will be the catalyst to, I am water. You will know that you are internalizing avatara when you feel less limits. If you feel more limited, you're misunderstanding this. If you feel less limited, then you are understanding this. And the next highest perspective, from presence to play to protect. And this 8th verse highlights this. Another powerful, popular verse connected to verse 7. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The first quarter, paritranaya, which means comprehensive protection or comprehensive welfare. Not just a facet, but all facets. Who is this protection and welfare offered to? These sadhus. And you all remember how I define sadhu, yes? It is not external, okay? Right now, typically, none of us look like sadhus externally. But internally, we all can be. As a reminder, parakarya sadnoti iti sadhuhu. Parakarya means others' work. Sadnoti helps or facilitates, is a sadhu. A noble personality is not focused on achieving for themselves. They facilitate and help others with their living, with their achievement. And an avatara protects them. Now, one more insight about sadhus. When there is minimum compromise, or let me change the word to minimal compromise in humanity and society, a sadhu can correct that. Can. As an example, Puja Swami Vivekananda. When many were being lost about who they are and what they're supposed to do, a sadhu manifested to correct millions in the past and in the future. Are you all resonating with that? But when there's maximum compromise, not minimal, but maximum compromise, all of humanity, all of society is not living up to ideals, then a sadhu cannot correct this, and avatara has to manifest to correct this. A personality like a Gautama Buddha, where that effect is not on millions, past and future, but billions. Why else does an avatara manifest? How else do they protect? Vinashaya, which means to destroy, I prefer the word correct. Chadushkritam, those who are wicked or ignoble. to protect the noble, to correct the ignoble. What is the sign of one who is ignoble? If you go to the beginning of the chapter, Sri Krishna taught yoga to those who had to lead themselves and lead others. And what did he teach them? Self-development, or joy, is to take precedent over professional development or success. Yes, everyone? I stated that you can tell in families where joy is the purpose, and you can tell in families where success is the purpose. Ignobility is when that's reversed. When professional development is more important than self-development, when success is more important than joy, that is ignobility. One becomes vicious, which means vice-oriented. We think of the wicked as people who kill people, and obviously that's true. But if the purpose of my life is to be successful, I may not cut your throat today, but eventually I will, yes? Because that's what success is. Poetically, everyone's so scared right now. I'm stuck in Canada. I can't leave anywhere. And I had shared in our Ramayana and Bhagavatam class, the Asuras disguise themselves as leaders. An Asura is someone who has darkness in their personality. They're confused about what's important. And when they become leaders, they spread that darkness or confusion. I feel a prime example of this is the Industrial Revolution. What good has come from humanity because of the Industrial Revolution? The only good that has come is success, but not joy. And in the third quarter, Dharma samstapanarthaya, Shri Krishna emphasizes again, the artha, the purpose, the meaning for which an avatara manifests, is samstapana, which means to establish, dharma. Dharma, I told you, means nature. That's the highest definition. The middle definition is responsibility, as if the lowest definition is rhythm. Shared differently, only one who's balanced can help to balance, correct? If we're skiing together and I'm falling, and I reach out my hand for you to help me, but you're falling too, that's compounded, correct? My pole goes in your arm, your ski goes in my leg. So only one like Sri Krishna can facilitate this balance. Sambhavami, I do this by choice. Yuge, yuge, in every age. Shared differently, whenever there's a need. Don't think of age externally, that this amount of time has passed. And a great way to sense this is, if you're on a path, suppose you're hiking in Alberta, you're in Banff National Park, and you get lost. People who care for you, if they don't hear from you for 12 hours, let's say, even though you are silent in your call, you're lost, but there's no one to communicate that to, people come to find you, correct? And in other cases, suppose you're lost and you have a phone, so you call out for help, people come to find you. When humanity is lost, whether one is silent about it or they call for it, the infinite, our original parent, answers. In every age, whenever there's need. and does this in different ways. I don't have the time right now because I never have the time to go through the types of avatars with you. So for now, this is the final inspiring thought. A great thinker, his name is Samartha Ramdas. He has shared anyone who protects dharma is an avatara. Anyone who protects dharma is an avatara. And Puja Swami Tejomayananda went further and said, anyone who is studying Bhagavad Gita and living Bhagavad Gita is an avatara. How else do you think the original parent protects the noble and corrects the ignoble other than his ambassadors? I will share more tomorrow. To application, a application you recently had to facilitate was feeling that meaningful mornings is a yatra. How many of you have been on a yatra before, by a show of hands? Externally, a yatra is when you seek out satsanga or nobility. If you go to an as if holy place, but you go there for shopping, you are not on a yatra. You are on an uncomfortable vacation. And you will know that you have sought that nobility because when you come back from your yatra, you are quieter. Think about a vacation you go on. Do you come back quieter? We come back more exhausted, but we don't come back quieter. Another application was for you to analyze the types of avatars. I will be specific about sharing that right in the beginning tomorrow. One of them is known as a Nitya Avatara. An example of this is Rishi Vyasa. Rishi Vyasa. A Nitya Avatara is one who sets up a flow of knowledge or teachings. We are all privy to that, no? Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata. Here is your application for this morning. I want you to feel that you are an avatara. Feel that you are an avatara. And this is not poetic, this is factual. So don't go about trying to float and stop cars and so on. You are misunderstanding what I've been teaching for almost 500 mornings then. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.